Sometimes life brings us challenges, and when attorney Ron Johnson goes to work every day, he's ready to fight for you. Ron Johnson represents clients in personal injury and wrongful death cases, provides mediation in matters such as wills and real estate transactions, and assists with Social Security disability. His goal is to serve his community and help his clients navigate complicated systems to access the benefits and fair treatment they are entitled to by law. He'll make sure you understand your rights and responsibilities and won't leave you behind to fend for yourself. Ron Johnson's office is local, and he is accessible to work with you personally, whether face-to-face, by phone, or video conference. Let his 53 years of experience help guide you to peace of mind and the best possible outcome in your case. Your first consultation is free. Charges for Social Security disability services are subject to approval by the Social Security Administration. Call the law office of Ron B. Johnson at 972-938-7163 or visit www.lawofficeofronjohnson.com to schedule your free consultation.
Anybody ready for dessert? Because I have a good one for you today. It's my go-to dessert when I have company because it's just so easy and it's good. It's called fruit bruschetta. Now, I love bruschetta, on the toast with the garlic and all that, but this happens to be a dessert bruschetta. And so we're going to start with making a white chocolate sauce that's going to be drizzled on the top. Does that give you a hint as how good this is going to be? It's 2 packages of white chocolate. Now, you can buy those white melting chips, and that's probably fine. You can even buy stuff that's already melted, but I'm going to go for the real thing. So I already have 1 bar in there that I broke up because it will melt better. So I'm going to break this up. I'm going to put it in a double boiler so it doesn't scorch on the bottom. And I've got the water heating up. So I've got the white chocolate in the top part of this double boiler, and the water is simmering down below, and the chocolate is starting to melt. And after it gets completely melted, just to make it so much better, I'm going to add a cup of heavy cream. It doesn't take long to melt, especially if you break it up into little chunks. And like I say, I actually think I've seen some white chocolate sauce that you can even buy without doing that. And I know you can buy those melting chips, but you melt it. Why not melt the real stuff? The original recipe called for, 2 pounds of white chocolate and 2 cups of cream. And I thought, just to drizzle? I don't think so. Getting there. But I don't think I should pour in the cream until it's completely melted because I think that might stop the melting process. I'm doing this first because it's the longest part of this little recipe. And then because it's over hot water, I believe it will stay nice and warm if it even needs to, because we're going to be putting it on fruit. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off because it's starting to really boil. Okay, it's all melted, so I'm just going to gradually add the cream and get it all incorporated in there. And if it looks like it's getting too thin, then I'm not going to put the whole cup of cream in there. No, it needs more. You just need that little added touch. All right. I think they were right when they said 1 cup. I think this recipe actually came from a restaurant. It was one of those clippings that I have in my dessert binder. It had been there for a long time, and I really do use it for dinner parties a lot because I can have everything done except for putting it all together at the end, and everybody likes it. Okay, I'm going to just let that sit over the hot water, and it'll be ready when we're ready for it. So now we're going to fix the fruit. All right. The white chocolate sauce is staying warm over the warm water, and now we're going to prepare the fruit. Now, The recipe calls for strawberries, blackberries, and blueberries. But in the summer, I think, peaches would be good. And I actually bought some peaches I was going to use today, but they weren't good. So I'm leaving the peaches out. Every time I buy strawberries, I come home and I wash them, put them on a paper towel, and completely dry them, very dry, and then cut them. And I promise they'll stay this way for at least a week. So then when you need strawberries, you can just reach in there and get however many you need. It says a pint of each. And also there was a problem with, I guess, blackberries in short supply right now because that's all the blackberries I could find. It doesn't matter. It's going to be good. All right, so let's put some strawberries. And since this is a bruschetta, we need to kind of make it in smaller parts. It's going to go on top of, well, we're not using toast. Guess what we're using? Pound cake. Is that all right? And guess what? Guess who made the pound cake? Sarah Lee. That's why I like this recipe. You can make your own pound cake, but why? There's going to be a sauce on this, so even if the strawberries are a little tart, and I haven't tasted them, it doesn't matter. There's going to be so much sugar. Now, that's why I didn't understand this recipe. It was for 4 slices, and it wanted 2 pounds of white chocolate. Really? It's just so much easier when they're all cleaned and stemmed and just ready to go. I'm going to cut enough fruit up to see if I can get 4 slices of cake with the toppings. You won't have to cut up the blackberries or the blueberries. Even though lately the blueberries are really big these days, don't you think? That's okay. Okay. To get the blackberries, part of the package had raspberries in them. Okay, I like raspberries too, so we're just going to put all this in here. All right. Now, you're going to, the original recipe said put 3/4 a cup of strawberry sauce in there. When I first started making this, you could get it in the produce section. It was just a little thing and it was in strawberry sauce. Guess what? It wasn't there this year. So the first thing I did was I bought a can of strawberry filling, pie filling, and put it in the blender. And I got strawberry sauce, and I thought, okay, but it made a huge amount. And then yesterday when I was at the store, I saw this. It's by the same people that make the pie filling. It says Lucky Leaf Toppers Strawberry. Okay, so I bought it, and it's in 4 little, I guess it's for ice cream or whatever, 4 little cups. And so I thought, doesn't really look like strawberries to me, but I tasted it. Guess what? It's really good. So that's what we're using. That's to, sweeten up the fruit, make it more like a sauce. It said 3/4 a cup. Why not? Okay. So now we have the fruit part of it done. We have the white chocolate sauce done. And now we're going to work on the cake. And to do that, so this is a frozen pound cake, Sara Lee. And it said cut it in 1-inch slices. I'm going to cut the ends off. So, and then I'm going to put these, well, not yet. Now I'm going to go grill the pound cake in butter. I told you this was good. Okay, so now it's time to get the cake ready. I cut these the pound cake into 1-inch slices, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in my non-stick skillet. You could also use a griddle. Once that melts, I will be browning the cake. Just have to make sure you watch it closely because you don't want it to burn. You want to brown it on both sides. You don't want to put it in too soon or it'll just get soggy with butter. You gotta make it starts bubbling and sizzling. So I'm going to I guess about 2 minutes on each side. I'm going to check it. Nope, not yet. You want it to be brown. You want it to brown. So we just have to be patient. It's going to be worth it. So those are small pieces. So I don't think, and if you're going to have fruit, small piece of cake, healthy fruit. So it doesn't matter if you have white chocolate sauce on it. It'll be okay. Aha. So I've always noticed every stove I've had, every skillet I've ever done, this side always gets hotter than the back side. Why is that? When I put bacon in the pan, this bacon gets really good, and that one I have to move it down eventually. I don't understand. Ah, see? Now, that's how I want it. It's like toasting. Perfect. Okay, I'll take these. Put this down here a little bit. Ah, perfect. Okay. There. All right. Got all the parts. We got the fruit. We have the chocolate sauce, and now we have the cake done. Now all we have to do is put it together. Okay. The cake is all toasted. So now I'm going to do an assembly line, and you put a piece of cake in a saucer. Okay. And next, some of the fruit on top of the cake. It smells good. I can smell the strawberries. The strawberry sauce, probably. I'm trying to make sure I get a little bit of, that everybody at least gets one blackberry. Oops. Okay. Now, that is good. Now it says to dust them with powdered sugar. Why not add more sugar? I don't know. I have a little spoon that's supposed to be doing this, but it doesn't work right, so I just go with this. I think they're dusted. Now, all we have to do is add some white chocolate sauce. I'll drizzle it. And then we'll put a little garnish, just to add some more color. A little bit of mint. And we're ready to go to the table to feed your guests. So good. In fact, let's see. Which one do I want? I'll take that. Let's see if it's as good as I remember it being, because it's been a while. my goodness, it's better. It's better. Sarah Lee does a really good job with pound cake. But just everything, you can taste all the different components of it, and it's beautiful and it's easy. So, you don't have to wait to have a dinner party to serve this. Your family will love it too. I think it'd be good for breakfast. See you next time on Becky's Kitchen.